One of my greatest accomplishments occurred yesterday, Friday, May the 8th, 2026. I want to tell you what it means to graduate college at 37 years old. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ham Shack TV. I'm your host, Josh AA4WX. Appreciate you tuning in. A little bit off topic video today. Yesterday, I did something I never thought I would. Just never thought that it was something that was in the cards for me. I graduated college at 37 years old. And what an accomplishment that is. Before we get into it, I want to tell you today's episode is brought to you by Lido Radio Mounts. Lido Radio Mounts has the best radio mounts for your vehicles. Do you have cabling going everywhere? Do you have maybe Velcro your radio to your dash or something like that? Lido Radio Mounts can fix all of that. Love Lido Radio Mounts. I've worked with them for a couple of years now. Check out their link in the description. You will get a special discount on order. So check them out, LidoRadioMounts.com. One of my favorite companies to work with. We appreciate Lido Radio Mounts' support of Ham Shack TV. All right, so yesterday, again, I graduated college. I graduated from Pellissippi State Community College. And not only did I graduate at 37 years old while working full-time and raising 4 kids and also running this YouTube channel, I did it with honors. I had Cum Laude honors. And folks, that's not anything small. That's not a small achievement. Yes, I know it's an associate's degree. I get that. But it's not something I had to do. It's something I wanted to do. My technical degree is an Associate's of Applied Science in Media Technologies with a focus of video production. And I started that journey about 7 or 8 years ago. January of 2018 was when I took my first class. My first class lineup was English 1010. I also had a remedial English I had to take, and not consecutively, but concurrently. Maybe that's the right word. I'm not sure. But I also took a political science class and a music class, trying to knock out some core basics first. At that point, I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. All I knew is I wanted an associate's degree. At the time, I was actually a part-time substitute teacher, trying to get away from selling insurance and financial services. I just decided I wasn't a salesman. I was over that. I was over depending on sales in order to get me a salary to cover my expenses and things like that. So I figured I wanted to do something different. So again, I started with thinking about becoming a teacher. And I knew my path just didn't fit being a teacher. I wanted to teach social studies, middle school to high school social studies. But my path just didn't work like that. I knew that I was passionate about 2 things: video production, broadcasting, that kind of thing, and meteorology. Well, meteorology also requires a lot of math and physics, and I'm not a math guy. Just being honest, I'm not a math guy. So I decided, you know what? Let's check out the video production program. So I did. The following semester, I shifted my major over in that direction and started focusing on that, and took several classes. Didn't take a full-time load. Just didn't have that kind of time at my stage in life. So we took 2 to 3 classes per semester. And so what did I do? I studied hard, made sure I got good grades. My core classes, I wish they could have been better. If those would have been better, we may have been looking at Magna or Summa Cum Laude. But cum laude is certainly just an honor to be able to receive. Then the world shut down, COVID hit. And at the time I was working at WBIR TV in Knoxville as a what do they call it? Not a PA, but for those of you that aren't in the industry, production assistant. So what I did was I worked in the studio and directed the talent, which camera, that kind of thing, adjusted cameras, operated cameras, changed lights, things like that, prepared the studio for broadcast, that kind of thing. But the world shut down because of COVID, and me being a type 2 diabetic, I realized that it probably was not the greatest thing for me to be in a classroom full of people. So I decided to take a pause. At the time, I thought it would be a dropout, but it really was just a pause. I didn't go back and finish. I was about halfway through when that pause happened, but I didn't go back until 2024. I believe it was fall of 2024. I started back and met my good friend Dalton. You may have seen him in a previous video in this. He's not a ham by any stretch of the imagination, but he is a film director. Independent film director, runs Sloth Cinema. You may have seen the making of Der Schlitzer. That was a college project I did, and he graciously allowed me to be a part of that. But anyway, took that, took media management, took remote field production, took script writing, took several other classes, and ultimately it culminated in yesterday. We were able to walk the stage, graduate. One of my proudest moments in my life, the birth of my children, and marrying my wife. Those may outweigh yesterday just a little bit, but honestly, considering neither one of my parents or any of my grandparents, none of them graduated college. This is a first-time achievement. Now the question is, do I stop here or do I keep going? Do I go and get a bachelor's degree? This has been tough. This has been a really, really tough road. And I'm just not so sure I've got it in me to go right back in and start on the bachelor's degree. My wife, Whitney, she's very, very insistent on I need to go ahead and pursue the bachelor's degree. And the good thing is, working at the University of Tennessee, I do get certain benefits when it comes to taking classes there. So maybe we will, maybe we won't. I'm very, very persistent, though, that I feel like I want to take some time off, worked hard for it. I'm really kind of happy where I'm at in life, whether it be, the work I'm doing at the university as my full-time job, or right here on Ham Shack TV. We're building something here, which is quite amazing. So why did I make this video? Maybe you're watching this and you're considering going back to school. Do it. Do it. Remember where I started. When I started school, I had one kid. When I ended school, I ended up with 4 kids and a new house. So it's doable. You will work your tail off. I can promise you that. But there's nothing that beats having an education. Nothing whatsoever. So again, guys, I want to thank you for watching. Appreciate you being a fan here of Ham Shack TV. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and come back for more information. Upcoming events do include Dayton Hamvention. That's coming up next week as of this recording. So stick around. It's going to be a fun week. Looking forward to being in Dayton and seeing all the great stuff at Xenia, Ohio, Dayton Hamvention. It's going to be great. Make sure you go check out Lido Radio Mounts, link in the description. Click that link. You'll get a special discount. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next week. 73 AA4WX, WSCB 693.